Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, December 6, 2022. Government has renewed the states of public emergency, SOEs, in the 7 previously declared parishes with 1 addition for a period of 14 days. The security operation resumes today for Westmoreland, St. James, Hanover, Clarendon and St. Catherine, with the addition of St. Anne, and also continues in the specified areas of Kingston and St. Andrew. The announcement was made this morning by Prime Minister Andrew Holness during a press briefing at Jamaica House.
The emergency powers regulations that will be in effect for this new declaration of the SOEs are different from the regulations that the court took issue with. We have taken a lot of care and diligence to go through the various issues raised by the court and have made changes to address them.
The parishes, not including St. Anne, had previously been under SOE from November 15 to 29, but a request for extension did not secure enough votes in the Senate. The police reported a 64% decline in murder during that 2-week period when compared to 14 days before the measures were put in place. But during these 7 days after the lifting of the security measures, 22 murders were committed, 17 of which were in the previously SOE-declared parishes. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson says the security forces will be stepping up their operations during the festive season to enable a safer environment for all citizens.
It will be more difficult than normal to carry out the activities and maintain the operational tempo associated with violence reduction in hotspots and targeting of violence producers and criminal gangs. The demonstrable efficacy and flexibility that the use of the emergency powers facilitates will be essential over the next 6 weeks to meet all of the security demands that are a feature of this period.
The Court Administration Division has convened the sitting of night and Saturday courts to facilitate hearings of traffic violations and payment of outstanding fines. The sitting started last evening in the Corporate Area Traffic Court. The hours will run from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Fridays and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. The move is in response to overcrowding being experienced at parish courts as ticket holders try to settle their arrears. Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck says on December 8, a database with information on all holders of unpaid tickets will be released on the ministry's website.
We have now mapped out every single unpaid traffic ticket. And that matrix, that information is going to be on a website that anyone who has ever had a ticket can look if you have not paid it and see that your name and the date and the time that you violated, because if you don't pay it, there will be consequence.
Minister Chuck was addressing the commissioning ceremony for 40 new Justices of the Peace in St. Anne recently. Persons with outstanding traffic tickets are being urged to contact the Corporate Area Traffic Court at 876-633-7108 or 876-938-2555. Persons may also contact the Court Administration Division at 876-613-8907, 876-754-8337, or 876-908-0138. Or you can email corporatearea.trafficcourt@rmc.gov.jm or customer service at cad.gov.jm for further details. Meanwhile, the Minister of Justice is urging motorists with outstanding traffic tickets to make use of the opportunity to settle their fines or grievances. Minister Chuck says the government remains resolute in its position to not grant any amnesty to unruly private or public passenger vehicle operators. The Road Traffic Act is now in effect, and motorists who have violated the rules of the road now face harsher penalties.
When these traffic violators, who will shortly be found, who will shortly be identified, who will shortly be taken to court, or who will shortly find out that their licenses can't be renewed or their vehicles no longer can be licensed. When they are brought to court, what are they going to do? Plead not guilty?
The Justice Minister says there are currently over 1 million unpaid tickets for which cases will be pursued and more than 2,000 drivers with over 100 unpaid tickets. The Ministry of National Security says it will be expanding the commercial articulated truck driver program to engage more unattached youth, given the success since the launch last year. 27 young men and women graduated from the program last week and are now set to take on well-paying jobs in operating heavy-duty vehicles. The course currently targets unattached youth in Western Jamaica, as well as Kingston and its environs. Portfolio Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the program provides an alternative for young people who want to lead a positive way of life.
This is the kind of youth engagement this government is deeply committed to expanding and developing. We offer our young people not just strong law enforcement, but far more. And that's where we put more funding. And that's where we are using our intellectual strength to create the kind of opportunities necessary to reach as many of our young people.
My plans going forward is to go and maneuver a truck them head towards cross the water, push some trucks state to state.
The articulated truck driving program is spearheaded by the Ministry of National Security. It is designed to provide individuals with the technical knowledge and skills to operate articulated and combination vehicles, including trucks, trailers, buses, and other commercial vehicles. The course is facilitated by the Jamaica Defense Force through the Caribbean Military Technical Training Institute, along with the Hart NSTA Trust and the Caribbean Maritime University. And finally, the Ministry of Education and Youth will launch a pilot program to use solar energy in schools. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams says the trial will take place in 30 institutions in the first quarter of 2023, and the results will determine whether it will be scaled across all schools.
We'd love to be able to have better cooling in our classrooms. They're very hot right now, if you go into them. Most of them don't even have fans. So to the extent that we can use more solar energy at our schools, you can see how our children will be in a more comfortable environment.
Minister Williams was speaking during a press conference of the Education Transformation and Oversight Committee, ETOC, at Jamaica House on December 1. She reiterated that the solar systems would help to reduce the cost associated with cooling classrooms. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.